This is how to balance weight loss and building muscle at the same time. Who am I to tell you anything though? I went from this to this and I've been building muscle and losing weight over the past 5 years quite successfully. I'm not here to preach anything to you, I'm just here to give you my life experience so you can pick and choose what you want to add into your own life. So firstly, let's talk about body recomposition. If you are a beginner, if you haven't been in the gym or doing calisthenics or bodyweight exercises for the past year, you are classified as a beginner. Now if you have worked out before, you have some muscle memory, so you can still apply all of this and the process will just be a little bit faster. But when you are in this beginner category, it is one of the only times in your fitness journey where you can lose fat and gain muscle at the exact same time. I'm not going to pretend like I know the science behind this, but this is quite common knowledge. It is called a body recomposition. And this is exactly what I did. At the age of 14 to 15, I was slightly chubby. I started hitting the gym, and as I was growing muscle, I was actually losing fat at the same time. If you're primarily focused on losing weight, just eat in a slight deficit and you should be completely fine. This is what I did, and it ended up working perfectly for me. Let's speak on the diet portion a little bit more, as this is probably the most important facet of this discussion. First, you should be getting adequate protein. Try to shoot for 1 gram per pound of body weight. You do not need to go anything above this, but protein is the most satiating macronutrient per calorie, so if you want to up your protein just to reduce hunger, you can always do that. There is absolutely no definitive research to show that high protein diets cause any harm to your health. Now, as for how many calories you should be eating, I would recommend you press the first link in the description and go to our maintenance calorie calculator. It's completely free, or you can just find any random one online, see what your maintenance calories is, and if you're more focused on weight loss, eat maybe 300 to 500 calories less than your maintenance, and if you want to bulk up instead, eat 300 to 500 calories more. Also be wary of extremes. If you eat too little calories, you are going to lose all the muscle you build. For muscle, you need water, protein, and energy, which comes in the form of calories. Or I guess if you're like a new age gym kid, then it's nicotine and caffeine. Am I right or am I right? Anyways, you will not preserve any muscle, and the body recomposition will just make you skinny. Now on the other extreme, if you're eating in 1,000 calorie surplus, well, I'm sorry to break the news to you, but you're going to get fat. Of course, you're going to build a lot of muscle as you're a beginner, but you will put on a lot of unnecessary weight. There's no need to eat in a major surplus. So what should we even do in the gym as a beginner? Well, I would recommend to start off by going 3 times a week. Dedicate 1 day to your chest, shoulders, and triceps, dedicate the next day to your back and biceps, and dedicate the last day to your legs. And preferably to get the most bang for your buck, I'd recommend you do bench press. On the next day, you do deadlifts, and on the 3rd day, you do squats. Of course, space out the days evenly if you can, and you should start seeing results. You can add some isolation exercises. For this, it doesn't really matter. Just pick the ones that you like the best, that give you the best feeling, and that aren't dangerous. I'm not going to go completely over this as this video will be unnecessarily long. Just search up beginner training split, and there should be millions of videos for you. Now, along with this, you can add some cardio. If you're not really an active person in your day-to-day life, if you don't have a very active job, if you're not walking 10,000 steps per day, you can add around 30 minutes of cardio. Pick a cardio method that you will stick to and that you actually enjoy doing. I don't like running, so I tend to go on the elliptical, or I like skipping rope. 30 minutes, you can do an hour if you really want to push fat loss, but there's no need to go anywhere beyond that. Now, how do we actually see if we're making progress? First of all, I'd recommend you track your lifts with either a notes app, or what I use is an app called Strong that you can download on the App Store and the Google Play Store. You make your own workout routine there, and week by week, you can just see if the numbers are going up. If the numbers are going up, that means your muscles are growing. Of course, as a beginner, a lot of the quick gains are going to come from your nervous system adapting to lifting weights, but regardless, if your weight's going up, you're more likely than not gaining muscle. Now, how do we track fat loss? You could go and do some expensive body fat tests, but I think your own eyes will do the best job. Every morning for your whole weight loss journey, I recommend you step on a scale first thing in the morning after peeing, not drinking anything, and measure your weight. After you measure your weight, write it down and then take a photo. If your weight is slowly going down week by week, and if you can see that you're becoming more muscular and losing fat, well, there you go. That is your progress. It's going to take you about a month to see any real differences, which really isn't that long. If you really think about it, that's only like 12 days in the gym and just eating at a slight deficit. Anyways, though, I wish you luck on your weight loss journey. If you have no idea where to start, press the first link in the description. We'll calculate your maintenance calories and make a free diet plan for you. And don't forget to stay savvy with your diet.